dark outside.
Oh, Tom, is this for Blackout Tuesday?
It is.
What are you smoking? Ah! Oh, bro, is it my connection? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you smoking a cigar?
Mm,
Yes,
little one.
my
No,
man.
I'm not watching the tell-all. It's not on in the UK until another 5 weeks. So
5 weeks?
yeah, no, I'm not going to pay TLC to watch myself on TV, am I?
Bro, what? Okay, so what time is it there?
10:13.
Okay.
Like, I'll give you the heads up. Having been through an experience of a 20-hour tell-all in a studio, it's kind of like 6 hours of being relaxed and then a few people say a few things. This was just like keyboard warriors at their best. You could say and do whatever you like, and there's no outcome. You're not looking the person in the eye. It was bedlam. Honestly, I like sat through the whole 28 hours of filming over 2 days, and I've never in my life seen anything like it.
28 hours of feeling. Hey, Jeffrey's here. 28 hours of filming for the tell-all. That's how long you had to sit there on that Zoom call?
Over 2 days.
Oh my God. Were they trying to like stir it up? Were they trying to like get you guys to come at each other? Like
no, not really. I mean, in fairness, it was really difficult because they could only have a certain amount of people on the screen at any given time.
Mm-hmm.
And then people get cutting off, and you interact with people on a certain level, and I think some people go with the intention to steal the show, and that's not always about being nice.
Oh, is that person Ed?
You'll see. I think David would have punched his lights out if he was in the studio.
Oh, really? So Ed may have gone after David in the tell-all? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it all got leaked. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah. Actually, wow. So, dude, what? I don't know if you saw the other game. Sound is good. We did it. Yes. So I don't know if you saw the other day, but we did 90-day matchmaker, right?
Okay. Who did I get?
You got Avery. So now, what is and Jeffrey's here. Jeffrey is we got Varia, but so what is going on with you and Avery? What did I miss? Because I watched the show, but I don't really watch it like these people watch it and follow stuff. Did you date Avery?
No, I didn't.
No,
you'll find out what happens. It's going to be said and shown. I don't want to engage with people that disrespect me. Okay. And cause an issue or a problem. I was just like, I'm not interested in speaking, and that's it.
Okay.
Well, it was a bit more than that. You're going to have to watch.
Okay, Karen, is this better? What do you think of the sunglasses, Tom? Do you like them?
Nice frames.
They're from Germany. Have you heard of Kazale?
Yeah. Yes. They look good. They suit you.
Where's your sunglasses at, bro?
I'm wearing... Isn't it? What do you mean sunglasses? It's dark outside.
I know. I'm indoors wearing sunglasses. So can I get a tour of your house? No, is that dangerous?
A tour of the outside.
Do you live in a castle in England?
No, it's an old farmhouse.
Oh, dude, that's cool. That's pretty big.
Yeah, it's about 16,000 square feet, I think.
16? What'd you say?
1,600 square feet.
Oh, I thought you said 16.
No, 16,000, yeah. So it's like 38 rooms.
Yes. Yes. Is there a girl in every room?
I'm not going to drop. No, not tonight, there isn't.
Dangerous.
No.
Dangerous.
I'm quarantining. You can't have anyone over. No.
Oh. No. So you're just are the pubs open?
Nothing's open. Nothing.
They are?
No, nothing.
No, nothing.
No. I'm looking for like Gran Canaria and Spain open up to us. So I'm going to go for like a 2-week. You have to like quarantine while you're there. But I think if we're allowed, probably like the start of July, I think I'm going to travel out there and just spend 2 weeks at the beach.
Oh, is that coming up?
Yeah, like 1st of July. I just need to get away from everything. It's like, and if it's possible and we can go within the boundaries and safe travel between the two places, I'm willing to do it. But yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? It's like you have to understand that my life is based around travel, and it's just I've never been in one place for so long ever.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's a big house with big grounds, but like, what can you do? Talk to the dog all day, every day.
Oh, when you're coming to the States again? Do you have a plan or I?
Yeah, I'm going to come back to the States as soon as I can, I think.
Okay.
But it won't be, I think, like they're saying August, late August, maybe.
So you're just sitting there,
Mm.
but you're.
You know what's really great is it's the first time I've actually stopped. And
Yeah.
sometimes when you stop, you take time to like look at yourself in a different light. And it's like the last 12 years I've lived in 6 different countries doing my job, and I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I actually just want to find somewhere, settle in a place, start afresh, have a new project, and go from there.
But do you want to keep like living permanently in England, or are you thinking of moving permanently? Because you're, a lot of the rumors that came out from the last time we went live is that you are dating a girl in New Jersey, right? So let's.
No.
What'd you say?
No.
Okay, because I don't know if you ever saw all that, but they started saying all this stuff. So
I feed into, like, my biggest problem is I love to listen to the rumors and then I feed into it just to like cause even more confusion.
I'm dating a girl from North Korea. So
yeah, I am. I told you about it.
First, yeah. So I mean,
yeah. So I started dating someone and she's just been launched into space. So I don't know when she's coming back.
but that's really long distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but the Skype signal's really good.
yeah, that's true. It would be a lot less drama. So is the plan to move to America permanently, or are you wanting to stay like dual residency?
Well, I have a business in Argentina and I have an apartment in Argentina. So I need to spend at least 3 to 4 months of the year there. That's constant. So I'll continue to do that. And then I'll flip between the States and the UK.
Okay. Oh, really? What's in Argentina? Why there?
Well, I lived there for 5 years.
Oh.
So yeah, I have a business with my business partner there that he's still running in my absence. I took time out to do this crazy thing called TV.
Yeah, that worked out, right?
Yeah, and we made a really good call when we started. He said, just take everything to do with the business offline that's related to you. He said, because if you get a bad edit, he said, we've worked so hard to get a good reputation and I'm not willing to risk that. And it was a good call because, like, you want people to buy your product, not actually go on there and tell you you're an asshole.
So do they make you guys like, so I know that, you know, I know that a lot of, I know you guys change your usernames a lot, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, does TLC make you do that like 90-day time or like whatever, or is that
I don't know. I never bothered. I set my name up and that was it. So hold on, I'm gonna go inside. I can't see. Now we have pitch blackness. Into the light we go.
Is
No.
so this is the farmhouse?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, why
I'll put you on a stand.
stuff?
What's that, sorry?
Do you have chickens? Like, why a farmhouse?
You know something? We used to have chickens and there were hundreds of them and the foxes got in, so we never replaced them. It was too much work.
But do you do all that shit? Like, do you like tend to animals at that house? No.
No, just my dog. That's it. I'd like everything else is no.
So, what about like outdoor stuff? Because Jeffrey came on and he's like, he doesn't like fishing or hunting because he feels like it's cruelty to animals. Do you feel that? Like, do you do that stuff? Like, do you fish and hunt, or do you think that's right?
Well, I did when I lived in New Zealand. I had a really good friend there, and he said if you can't kill it, you shouldn't eat it.
Okay, but if you hunting and stuff like, have you shot deer or whatever?
No.
You're a city. Right?
I've done no. I used to go fishing out on a boat every Sunday in the bay, and we get snapper and dredge for scallops and dive down and get crayfish and well, I think you call it lobster, don't you? So.
Are they protesting there? Like where you're at? Are they doing
in London? Yeah, in London they have been. and good on them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think like silent, like if you protest in the right way, then you get your point across. It's like whenever you turn to like a violent protest, I think you lose. It's like with me. Like I say, the moment I lost my temper on that show and said something I regretted, I lost the whole battle because people just see you for that moment.
right.
And I know it's not the same thing, but it's just like if the moment you lose control, you lose the argument.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. So, but have you gone out? You haven't gone out and done the protest, like, because you're far from London, right? What do you like? A few hours?
Yeah, just like an hour and 45 minutes, but yeah, I didn't. I posted some stuff online that I thought was appropriate, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you're yeah. So the girl, I'm not going to get too deep, but obviously this girl must have seen that you mentioned that you are, that you're dating someone, right? Did you guys like? Because it was there's a bunch of articles came out from the last.
Hmm.
Bother her, or was it just inevitable?
No, it's inevitable, isn't it? It's just the yeah. It's gonna like sooner or later it will come out, and that's the way it's going to be. I would imagine, but I just want to keep that to myself.
Yeah.
I want realistically what I want to happen is this show finishes now, so everything to do with 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days is done.
Yeah.
And you're not going to see me on another before the 90 days 90 Day Fiance. I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't. You might see me doing something else, but that's not the show I'd do. It's not what I want to sign up for.
So it's been too much. I mean, this is what, season 2 or 3 that you've been on.
This is the second.
Like, and you're done with it. Like, this is.
Yeah, I think like I'd love to do pillow talk with Hammy, my friend, or my sister. That I'd love if they ever offered that. I think it's like 4 or 5 days filming.
Yeah,
that would be fun. But no, it's not for me. I never wanted to be on the show.
So did Darcey apply?
Well, I think you already saw she was on it.
So then you just got like, yeah. I'm a little late to the.
But I'll leave you a funny story.
Okay.
So basically, we discussed for about 3 months about what she was doing, and they'd asked her to do it, and would I like to be involved? And it was always a no. And I got so drunk on a Friday night, and I rang her, and we were talking, and I think that was my audition, but I don't remember much of it. All I remember is somebody walking past the screen with a pot belly, and I was making fun of it. And the guy with a beard, I was making fun of how long his beard was. That's it. And then the second time, again, it was another Friday night and I was drunk and I was talking to people, but I'd like the time difference, 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't know what I'm saying. And then I get a letter saying I've been accepted on the show. And I was like, what? I don't even know what show you're talking about.
So you were drunk, and that's how you got on the show? Is just like a drunk acceptance?
And what I tell you, what's even worse is the whole series was all. I hadn't watched it. I didn't want to watch it with her in it because I thought it would cloud my judgment as to who she was as a person. Because I understand how things are put together. I didn't realize I didn't actually realize the whole concept of the show. So when I look bemused, when she's saying, "Would you like to get married?" and I'm going, "What?" I didn't actually know that it was all about getting married or getting a green card or like honestly.
Wow. So then how did you sign? Like, how did you sign?
But
up?
then it was like I wanted to do it. It was someone that I wanted to meet. But I thought I understood that 90 Day Fiance was all about getting married. I thought before the 90 days was where you go and meet someone and see what they're like, and then if you like them, you'd probably go on to like the 90 Day Fiance and get married. I didn't realize the concept to start with, but obviously I did after a week.
That's what I don't. This is my problem. I don't actually. A lot of people don't understand, and they kind of get me while I'm doing interviews. I just started watching the show. Like I've been an interviewer for 4 years of like celebrities and actors and recording artists, and I don't even really understand how this show works because I thought that before the 90 days, it's not you meeting the person. What does even 90 days mean? I don't even get the.
This is so funny. My mother's watching the live feed, and she put, "If you think he's full of shit, stop watching, you idiot."
Oh,
way to go, Mum.
Hey, Mummy. Oh, dude.
It's funny.
So then, like, I know that this is going to be, elementary for everyone else, but so I don't understand what these shows are. So before the 90 days is what's 90 days? Like 90 days.
I think 90 Day Fiance is a concept where you go and meet someone, that you've met, that you spend 90 days with, then get your visa, and it's either you get married at the end or you don't.
Okay.
And I think 90 Day Fiance is where you go and meet that person to lead into the 90 Day Fiance. Well, that's what I thought. I still do, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, it was a weird one, really.
So she's drunk, right? And then who asked you if you wanted to be on the show? Darcey?
Yeah. And I said to her for 3 months no. And then I thought, well, if this is the only way we're going to meet each other, then I'll do it.
Oh, boy. Wow.
Yeah. And it was so like, it's weird. You don't understand how much like pressure's involved just in the whole, like the lighting, the way that you walk, the way you walk on camera. You can't walk off or through an angle. You have to walk off an angle. So like when I finished filming the first season, I spent like weeks trying to get back to just like, I was walking like there were cameras in front of me and trying to like walk off strange angles.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you got 20 people around you. That's totally unnatural.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And you've never done any acting or anything or any TV?
No, never. No.
Do you watch other reality shows or no?
The only show I watch is Made in Chelsea.
Is that just in England or is that BBC?
Yeah, it's just I think it's on MTV, I think, and I watch it on TV sometimes. I like that. It's just a bunch of English people from Chelsea doing what English people in Chelsea do.
Let me ask you one question. You don't have to if you don't want to, but this is what they keep writing. Did you have someone text Darcey like she claimed in the last episode?
I didn't ask anyone to send Darcey anything, and I actually messaged her myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember when I'd gone to Canada and I came back and I was at my friend's Hammy's house and I told him how upset I was with the whole situation and how I'd been stupid and, you know, I'd blown this, not that relationship, but just like the friendship we had. It was sad because we'd never have it back. I think he reached out to her, but my mother certainly didn't. Can you imagine? He's like, hey, mom, can you do something for me, mom?
Mom,
I don't think it kind of works like that, does it?
By letter, yeah. So you did. So people are just took it upon themselves to text her, and she thinks that you're behind it, basically.
Just I don't know.
Yeah.
I've really like I hold my hands up. I made a mistake. I should have done things totally differently, and I did. I was genuinely apologetic and wanted her to know that that was the case. And I think on this tell-all, you'll see.
But you typed out this letter on your phone, right?
Yeah, it took me like about 35 minutes to put something down, and then about 4 hours to write it up.
So why is that a British thing? Like, why did you do it freehand? Is that like more personal there? Like,
I guess. Yeah, I guess I thought if you send a text message, you can just delete it. And I thought, well, at least if you have something in your hands, you're more likely to open it up and read it.
Yeah.
And that was actually my idea. That wasn't like people say, oh, it was cast. No, they didn't ask me to do it. I said that's what I wanted to do.
Now, I mean, do you have plans with what you typed out? I mean, a lot of people see it. Like, do you think you'd ever let that release that, or just so that
the powers that will decide whether or not that's shown.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it's I mean, now it's over. Like, what is it? Is tonight the last week?
Yeah, no, but that's the last time you're going to see me on 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days.
This is it. But maybe pillow talk. That would be fun.
Yeah, something like pillow talk. I'd do. Be fun.
I was at David and Annie's house the morning they were about to film, and then they were like, "Okay, you got to go." But they just come in for like a few hours once a week.
Yeah, I think so. I think what I'd like when you're on a show like this and you're under so much scrutiny, and like I just was myself. So I was nice, I was kind, I was loving, and I was an asshole. All of those things. I didn't play it any other way. I just did me. And I can hold my hands up and say, this is what I did wrong. How can I not do that in the future? And this is what I did right. That was nice. There's no script of how you're supposed to be. I just did myself. But you only get like 5 minutes of something, of a situation of a couple. I don't think you actually get my full personality at all through any of it. You know, you've hung out with me.
Yeah.
At which point during that show was I funny?
Yeah.
None of it really. I was just like kind of taken aback, and then not very nice. So
Yeah, I would say too, honestly, because we went to that party, and just to tell you guys, if my opinion means anything, Tom was a ton of fun. We were dancing. He went in the DJ booth. It was a really like upscale party with, it's like the music was, people were not, like Tom got the dance floor going, and he was, and he
yeah,
recognized, and he was a ton of fun, and he's really witty, which most Brits are, but I mean, you got, like, he was fun. He was not walking around, breaking women's hearts like people think he just, just does that. It was fun. It was like, it was a good time. You drank. You're good at drinking.
yes.
Yeah. I don't think you should sign up for TV shows while you're drunk anymore. Maybe
No.
learned. Last question. What about Dancing with the Stars? You're a good dancer. I was
I
dancing.
do that. I do that in a
Yeah.
heartbeat. Yeah, I do that in a heartbeat.
ABC. Are you
Yeah,
watching?
I
You
do
got
that in a heartbeat. I think that'd be really fun, and I'd love if the opportunity arose in the future to do something that showed more of who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Just because I think I've been judged unfairly
Yeah.
by most. It's like I think it was Varia said to you in your interview. I'm like, what did she call me? The Godfather of.
Yeah, The Godfather.
Yeah, and it's not just like anyone that's come to me that needed help, I've helped them. And it's like you don't see a kind, loving person that just I didn't want anything from it. I just wanted to help them because I didn't want them to go through what I'd been through.
Yeah.
And you never see that. You never see me being like I think there was one liner where there was like mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? And Darcey looks in the mirror and I said, well, it's me. That's my dry sense of humor.
Right.
But you don't see enough of it. There's not enough. I'd like to do something in the future. Like Dancing with Stars would just be like a dream come true. I'd love to do that. But if I got offered something else where you actually got to see something else of my personality, then I'd do it. But I think if it was about love and romance and being with someone, I just wouldn't. One, because you don't get the right version of anyone. And two, if it's not good, it's really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll say to that too, like in your defense, like of anything, even in my life, the thing that, I am separated from my wife. We still hang out. We're still friends. But probably the worst me is like me in a relationship because it's like, oh, Dom's being selfish. He's focusing too much on his work, and he's neglecting his wife. And she, it's like that's the worst part of anybody, is really their dating life, So
Yeah.
it's, Jeffrey said, wait, you're not really a dick. Yeah. Jeffrey's learning too. Yeah. Bro, man, it was fun. I appreciate it.
Speak to you soon. Have a good night. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have a glass of wine, another cigar, and get an early night.
Oh, okay.
And I'll wake up to all the comments in the morning. I'm sure I said I did something wrong.
Yeah. If you're up in 20 minutes, you should watch me and Mary. This one's gonna be a good one, but it's up to you.
Cool.